So I'm back from the club. It was a wet morning, but it wasn't too bad at the club. We've got a few photos to show you of a 9F which is being built by one of our members who has brought it down today. I took a little bit of video, but not any commentary video like this. But have a little look at these and then I'll show you what we're doing here today. So as you can see, he is doing a lovely job of that so far. It's his second loco, the first was a B1, and he really is doing a stunning job of it. As you can see in the little video, it rolls beautifully with no weight on it at all. He's really done well. So, over to what we're doing here today. Got Shrek to accompany me, and I'm going to top up the Jinty with water and pump it up with the hand pump and see what happens, see what's going on at that front tube plate. Incidentally, got a ceramic fan heater here, and I've got another one over there on top of the stack of coal. That should hopefully help just take the edge off of the coldness in here. But Jinty, so what I've done, I've put some water in that bucket there. I've got caravan pump, battery and pipe which is going in the safety valve hole. I'm going to fill it up, and then once it's full, there you go, it's filling up. Once it's full, I'll put some water in this right hand tank as well. They don't seem to balance. I'm not sure why. Not sure if, in fact, the left hand tank seems to do nothing at all. But so I'll fill it up. I'll put some water in there, and we'll see what happens. I'll be back. Pumping away. You can see we are more or less up to pressure now. Now let's take a look in the front. Now that is what I was seeing with the superheaters in. There is a small leak coming from the right hand superheater flue to tube plate joint. So that is going to be a boiler off, and try and clean it up and resolder it, I suppose. So I've just taken it up a little bit further, up towards the 120, because that will be test pressure. And there we go. So, as frustrating as it is, I do believe the only course of action at this stage is boiler off. Try and get it as clean as we can in whatever way we can, and then resolder it. There's definitely a leak there. It's just a case of now getting round to fixing it. Unfortunately, I don't like having too many engines apart at once. So, unless I can do a little bit on this, a little bit on that, and keep working between them, my instinct is to concentrate on the Pom-Pom and then come back to this later. But if I get to times where I'm getting frustrated with that, I might come back, start taking this apart, because it doesn't really need mechanical work. It just needs the boiler off, clean up, seal up, put back together. We'll see what it's like when we come to it. But for now, back to the Pom-Pom. So I'm back onto the Pom-Pom. I'm looking at this right hand side first, and what I'm doing, I've slackened off the grub screw here. I've just nipped it up at the moment because it's more or less the right place. But what I've done, if I keep some pressure on the valve, it holds the eccentric against the strap. And then as I roll, the forward valve should open just as we reach front centres. So there you go. So it's just opened there. You can see a hairline there. And we are at centres. So now I can either do the other side as well and then change it to forward gear, but I'm just going to stick to one cylinder at a time. So ignore the left hand, I'm looking at the right hand. Now that I've got this one, I'll put the rear strap back on, and I'll take this rear strap off, and I'll do the same again, but first I will just check that the other end of the cylinder is right. So I think we're sorted in full forward. I just need to put some weight on the valve to keep the eccentric on the strap. But if we wait until we see, not too far, wait until we see that valve start to open, we are at centres. So I have finished timing the engine. I've gone forward, reverse a couple of times, made sure it's all looking good. Still needs the cover to go on before we can try it on air. One problem I have come across though is if it's in full reverse, according to the reverser, the left hand valve hits the front of the cylinder block. It hits the front of the valve chest as it rotates. That's not good. I've tried fiddling around, I've tried looking for what could be the issue. I cannot find anything that's a little bit out. However, I think it might just be a case that there is a lot of movement on that reverser. It's a long old reverser, that. So I might be able to just put a collar in so that it doesn't get quite so much movement. That might just be the way I have to go. I will see. But for now, we'll put the cover back on and stick an airline on her and see what happens. So that's where we are. I need to investigate and have a chat with the owner, possibly, about the valve hitting the front of the cylinder block. It might explain why that side's got a bit more wear on the die block than the other side. Beyond that, I think we're ready to put the cover on and try on air. I've had enough for tonight. I'm starting to hurt, my tablets are wearing off, so I'm going to go indoors and relax with some sort of beverage. And then I'll pick up the phone and give the owner of the Jinty a call and see what he wants to do with the boiler. I think it's going to be a case of sort it out. But that's his call. We will just do what he asks, basically. He may want to just put it together and take it away and do it himself, or send it somewhere else, or shelve it. Or he may want to just leave it with me to sort out. We will see. So, thanks for watching, as always. So super privileged that you guys all want to watch what I've got to say. It is appreciated, and I will catch you next time. Please like, share, subscribe, all other gubbins. See you soon.